the line workers here, and I help other people around on the line.
Daxton Miller is part of a growing population of workers.
Put stuff in the boxes like mouse bait, mouse trap, mouse bait down. So
Daxton works for BCI, Boone Center Incorporated, a packaging and manufacturing nonprofit agency that employs adults with disabilities.
We have 100,000 square feet of production space, and we employ over 235 adults with disabilities, both here in St. Peters. Probably 90% of them have an intellectual or developmental disability, and potentially multiple diagnoses within that space.
According to the Department of Labor, in 2022, 21% of persons with a disability were employed. That number is up from 19% in 2021. Thanks to organizations like BCI, people like Daxton are finding work.
BCI, our mission is all about growing and developing adults with disabilities through innovative employment opportunities.
BCI has a team of employment specialists that work one-on-one with its employees and their families.
We create an employment goal with everybody, and then as that goal hopefully is achieved, then we'll update that and move on to the next goal for a person. This is not a day center by any means. We are a packaging and assembly facility. A lot of times it's pretty eye-opening to people when they actually walk on our work floor and see the volume of work that we do, the capabilities that the employees are able to produce on the work floor. They're definitely challenged. This is a structured work day. We have fun at work, but there is quota and quantity required every single day on the work floor.
BCI's roots trace back to 1959.
We were humbly founded by Margaret Holmes and Jane Kreider. We consider those our founding mothers. They had a few adults in their families who had disabilities, and they wanted to find meaningful employment for them. And they started a manufacturing enterprise making candles. And they employed their family members, and then over time, of course, grew and grew. And in 1990, grew to a larger enterprise, employing adults with disabilities, and converted from making candles for almost 40 years to contract packaging.
As the need grew, the Missouri legislature passed a law that allowed counties to assist organizations like BCI through productive living boards.
I'll give you a little bit of a backstory on that. So back in 1969, the Missouri legislature approved the ability for all counties in the state of Missouri to choose to tax its residents to carve out resources for people with developmental disabilities. The Productive Living Board receives those property tax dollars and invests those in services throughout St. Louis County.
Productive Living Boards work as a clearinghouse.
PLB is invested in funding a spectrum of high-quality services for people with developmental disabilities in St. Louis County, and we want people to have a choice of what kind of employment service they're interested in, and BCI is like-minded. They have created successful and innovative employment programs such as their supported employment and their skills center, and so a couple of years ago we began partnering by funding some of those services.
BCI is dedicated to providing a work environment for people with disabilities. Employees like Daxton no longer face barriers to finding purpose through meaningful work.
Be around a lot of people, hang out with them, make them laugh, make a lot of jokes. I like the money that I make here. I want to find my own place. That's my big dream, get my own place.
We find a place for every one of them. So if they want to go out and make a wage where they can be independent on their own, we have that capability for them to do that too. And to see the family's reaction when we say, hey, we think Johnny or Sally can make the big leap, they know they have a trusted partner to support that person. It's just wonderful to see.